Hey, good morning, everybody from Silverstein Studios from Houston. This is John and Bogdan with a weekly art chat. And we're here to present you and show you what we've been doing lately, what are we working on, what are the latest events. But before we starting, I think John is about to say do some housekeeping, right?
Absolutely. First of all, welcome everybody. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, which I presume you are, we are actually broadcasting on Zoom. So there is a bit of a delay. Please be aware that it takes a few seconds, maybe a minute before we can see your comments. Don't think you're being ignored. It's just that we're trying to do two things at once and there is a delay. And secondly, the whole point of Art Chat is to share kind of the creative work that Bogdan and I are producing. We get a lot of opportunities to talk about ourselves and our art business, but this was meant just really to share our art and what we've been up to. So delighted you're here. And if you fall in love with a piece, everything is for sale. No matter where you are in the world, with the possible exception of the Ukraine, we won't ship there. But other than that, we'd love to ship to you wherever you are.
Fabulous. Also, I want to add that we have two studios here in Silverstein Studios, and we are open most every day, especially on Saturdays. Now, the official open Saturdays at Silverstein Studios are second and third Saturday from 12 o'clock to 5 p.m. But we are here in none of those open Saturdays. So if you want to get in touch with us, if you want to visit our working studios, please do come join us, and it will be a pleasure to meet you and to guide you through whatever we're doing around here.
Absolutely. And in fact, those open days, everybody's open. So you can get to see lots and lots of different people in their work. It's a great opportunity here in Houston.
Now let's switch to the share screen to follow the presentation. So can you see the screen?
I can.
Oh, fantastic. Now, the very first pieces of artwork we want to talk about, and I'm going to show you guys. It's one of mine. It's called Dryad or Dryad. I don't know how to pronounce it very well. How would you say it? Dryad. And the other one is Bodhicitta from Pancamarga's collection of John's. So I chose to pick up this Dryad because it's part of the exhibition here at Silverstein Studios, which is called the Tenants exhibition. And it's a new piece, it's a sculptural piece, and I think it's worth showing you, and talk about it. My fascination for the decay and creating new stories from the photographs I take. I like with these architectural ones. Lately, I want to play a little deeper with them and basically create my own stories and my own sacred spaces, if you want it. Yeah. And I think it's very hard to photograph. This has 1, 2, 3, about 4 levels of depth. Each element that it's attached on this surface has different depth to it to make it more interesting. And
what a journey they go through, because they start off as a 2-dimensional object. You create a 3-dimensional object, and then take a photograph, and it becomes a 2-dimensional object again.
Right, and then with this particular one, I felt the need to paint the roots, like there's the life, there's blood still going through everything, and this is what I wanted to create with this piece.
And isn't a dyad a creature, a kind of a nymph of the forest?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like nature is taking over again.
Exactly.
And it truly is in Herculane.
Exactly. I mean, it's all these 4 pieces I have in an exhibition. One has sold. here in the tenants of Silverstein Studios are just magnificent, and it's a next step on this sculptural photography idea I'm working on. You know, it's a progression with every single piece, but I think altogether these 4 pieces I have in the show, it's the next step, which it's interesting even to me to see how I progress and how I create these things.
They really take on a whole mythical element. It's created from your head. I mean, you take all these elements that are important to you and have been important to you in your art and create something new and completely unique. I didn't want to change too much the backgrounds. I didn't want to retouch in Photoshop anything. Now, if you look here on the left, on the column, it's somebody wrote Bun venit, which means welcome in Romanian. So, you know, I like to keep the reality going on, but, you know, recreate a different story with it. And you're embellishing these, you're adding color, you're adding elements, but a lot of it is original photography.
Yes,
I mean, those columns look like that, and that doorway looks like that.
Exactly. But what I do, I add, how can I say this? I add some gold wherever I feel that there's a need of attention and to recreate that luxurious past, that decorations, because they been through such deep decay. It's very hard to appreciate on this scale. Now I worked a large scale, and I'm going to share it with you a little later today. I didn't add anything because it's so large. There is no need to repaint anything or retouch anything, you know?
You know what we should do? We should turn these into a children's book. Of course, it would be pretty dark, I suppose.
Yeah.
But these are so breathtaking, we should turn them into something else. Maybe that's the next step.
Maybe. Now you want to talk about Bodhicitta.
Bodhicitta. This is the largest of my Pancamarga, the first iteration. I'm doing 20 paintings every 5 years for the next 20 years. And I've had my first installment last summer. Bodhicitta is the largest of that collection. Total abstract. I threw everything in this one. It's got spray paint and acrylic and marker and ink and everything you can think of. But the whole idea of this iteration, this group of 20, was the path of accumulation, where the whole idea is that you're building on all the things that you bring to this moment, all your history, all your memories, all your experiences, failures, successes. And this is all in this painting. Now, I've got it up in this exhibition that is space related because it also looks like, I don't know, the birth of a star, some sort of cosmic event going on.
And it's really the theme of this exhibition. And the theme of this exhibition is without limits. So there is another way to show that when you create art, there is really no limit. You are the only person who can limit yourself.
Right, and I painted it with a certain kind of philosophy in mind, that of the Pancamarga series. But obviously, it doesn't mean that to everyone. It can have lots of meanings and is easily interchanged into different themes and shows and things like that. I think it's a very, very stunning piece. I think it looks a little better in person. The gold comes out a little more, but it is large. It is gotten quite a bit of attention, but no one's pulled the trigger on it yet, so it's still available. I just think it's one of those things, and I believe strongly that as you get close to a piece of art, you should have a different experience from that you have far away. So I like to have lots and lots of little things going on to interest you when you're closer to the piece of art.
And this piece is still
hopefully I achieved it.
This piece is still hanged in the show here without limits at Silverstein Studios until when?
So March the 19th.
March 19th.
We've got a ways yet.
I've seen a lot of people taking photos of it.
I have too, yeah.
All right, moving forward, guys, we have a new exhibition in between the two of us, which is Gold Fingers at Suite 108, starting on March 5th. Everything is gold. It's March. We need the sun, and we need the yellow, and we need the golds back in our lives.
We're calling back the sun.
So from now on, we are we have 4 days basically to curate the artworks that will go in this exhibition.
Which should be easy because almost everything we have has gold in it.
And then next we are part of the group show in Silverstein Studios, and that is called
exciting.
Art Celebrates the Story. I have 3 pieces. How many pieces do you have?
Three pieces.
3 pieces. And I submitted a lot of florals this time because I'm kind of sick of winter and I need some colors and I need some flowers in my life, and this is how I'm going to celebrate the story. And the reception, guys, is on Saturday, March 19, between 6 and 8. So put this in your calendar. Would love to see you.
Which is right after the celebration of the Gold Fingers on the 18th. Are we the 17th?
I just realized
We're the 17th.
I just realized that actually the Tenants exhibition here at Silverstein Studios has extended to March 20th, basically, and on March, on March 18? I didn't put that. So let's go back here because I want to see you. The exhibition, the Tenants exhibition, will have a closing ceremony on March 18.
That's tenants, right?
The Tenants, yes.
10 ants, not tenants.
10 ants, all right. And we'll have a closing ceremony from 5 to 8, 9 p.m. when everybody is leaving. And we'd love to see you again if you want to celebrate with us this fabulous exhibition.
So that's 2 nights in a row. We've got 17th, we've got the Gold Fingers with us. 18th, 10 ants in the East Gallery? It's the West Gallery. The front by door 1.
East Gallery.
And then the 19th is the open Saturday, and that's the last day of the big show, the group show here at Silver Street. So
that's a lot. We haven't had this many events for
we
the
are
last 2
kicking
years.
it. Yeah, I think everybody's back.
Yes, everybody.
We're tired of COVID.
Well, we need
to get on with
back. We have created so much works over this time. It needs to be shown and it needs to be placed in collectors' homes. Now, guys, the art life is a little bit behind. We are working on the new episode, and will come in the next 2 days probably. Yes, these events and all these events and the sale of the house and what else have I done? I had a project to photograph on Friday all day, so that delayed everything. But however, if you haven't checked and seen the last vlog, please do go on YouTube on John Bishop Fine Art and watch our last episode on Art Life. As well, if you want to stay creative, you can head to my Bogdan Photo Art account on YouTube and watch some tutorials on how I do things and do it your own, if you would like to try that. Otherwise, you're happy to follow us and watch us working in any of these Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube channels, which is John Bishop Fine Art, Bogdan Photo Art on Facebook. On Instagram, we are under John Bishop Fine Art and Bogdan on Instagram. and or YouTube, John Bishop Fine Art or Bogdan Mihai channels. And now, again, we want to thank you for being here with us today and every day and all the time and supporting us and coming to our events. It means the world to us to have people that trust us and are investing in us. There is the tenants. I knew I prepared it, the closing ceremony.
There it is.
It's it can be March 19, right? Is that the Friday? It has to
March
be.
19th is the party. No, 19th is Saturday. So it's
No, it has to
Saturday.
be March 18th. I'm sorry, guys. It's March 18th. It's a Friday evening. So yes, this is a little slideshow of the actual exhibition. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful show.
It's a really good show. I'm very pleased. I'm proud to be in it, but I'm very impressed by it as well. It's a good exhibition.
I know it's a lot, but again, we're having Houston Forever exhibition, downtown Houston. That closes on April 10. And if you haven't had the chance to go through, April, I'm sorry. If you haven't had the chance to go through, please do. They are open Wednesday to Sunday from 12 o'clock to 8 p.m. in the evening. And it's a lot of art to see. I have in there 4 pieces of artworks, and there are many artists featured from Silverstein Studios as well. Moving forward, what do we have? We have the other art fair coming up. I'm working these large pieces now. Hopefully I'll be able to take them with me. And
I'm really excited about that. It's a big deal. And we're both going to have our booths for the first time. So, I mean, this is similar to what you did in Mexico, but I've never done it. So it'll be quite a learning curve for me. Very excited.
The pieces I want to take with me are the newest one. I've been working this last few weeks, and this is the end of the first one, which is called Glory. It's a ginormous one. I don't remember. It's 60 by 40, something like that. It looks really, really beautiful. And this is the piece I was talking with you before, that unlike others, I didn't add any painting on top because there was no need. The piece is so detailed and it's so large, I don't need to emphasize anything else than the reality. So those are pieces of photographs, and I took the unwanted parts out, and I just kept what was most important to me, the arches in this case.
Stunning and so impressive. It feels like you're in the room.
And this is
glamorous.
This is even larger. However, I had to take a break on it because I had this board ordered, and it was badly cut. So
you can make sure it's
one edge was shorter than the other one. So even though it's not visible on this scale, by the time I'm going to put it in a frame, it's going to be a huge trouble. So that has to be corrected. And you've been busy, right?
I have been busy. I've been working on this set. Basically, we're about to enter a show at Lawndale, and it said you have to have new work that hasn't been shown in Houston. And I was going through my files. I said, wait a minute, I'm just going to paint some new stuff.
Yeah.
So this is the first attempt for that exhibition. So this is one that is a triptych, but it doesn't have to be. Each piece stands alone. But I'm still working on it. I haven't quite finished them yet.
Oh, really? They're very joyful.
I'm still working on some details, yeah.
But I thought I sneaked these pictures the other day when you were working on. I said, I'm going to share them now.
I've added some other things, and they're coming along. I'm feeling good about them.
Great. Let's move to the next 2 pieces, which is Gateway and Tashi.
Mm-hmm.
Gateway is again a sculptural one from this very new. It actually started as a complete different approach, and then
yes, I remember.
I changed my mind. It started like a simple arch, and then
and it was lovely.
After a lot of thinking, there was missing something, and I was like, okay, it's a wall, but no, actually I'm going to change it because I need something else. I need to focus on something. So these angels, and I don't know how to call them,
cherubs,
came from a building in Romania, in Bucharest, and I just put it together, and this is how the final piece looks like. It's I truly enjoy this. I have Valentina Atkinson or Alessandra Albin, another artist here, says, "Oh my God, I just love this." So that was a good feedback.
It's like this orgy of Baroque art just spilling out. It's marvelous. And I again, like their golden curls.
And again, has that 3D feelings to it, and it's really different. It's really pleasant for the eyes. It fills up your eyes, It's just
absolutely
great. I'm not always happy with most of my works, but this is one of my favorite. Yeah, we know, I always can say, oh, I can do better. I'll do it next time.
Yeah.
I always have an idea afterwards, but this is how it happens. The more you do, the more idea.
Exactly. That's how you move forward, right? With your craft. They're stunning, Bogdan. They're stunning.
Fabulous. So this is available, guys, both in my website or in the studio. If you want to come see them, please do. We are in Silverstein Studios, and my studio is 111. Now it's time for you to talk about Tashi.
Tashi. There he is. Tashi is a piece I did, these cartoon heads I keep drawing. I just can't seem to stop. So I spill over to canvas now and again. Tashi started out because we had an exhibition called Wabi Sabi, and that is the kind of Japanese aesthetic movement that says things that are imperfect are still okay. The things that are broken, the things that are cracked, the celebrating the beauty of the natural and the imperfect. So Tashi, I was painting, and then my brush slipped, and I made a mark on his chin, and I thought, that made it look better. So I just left the mark, and of course you can see some of the other imperfections around. But I think he's haunting. I find him very, very interesting. The fact that he's askew, he's not centered, and those green eyes. I use green eyes all the time to represent a spiritual nature. So whenever you see anybody in my pictures with green eyes, there's something spiritual about them. And so anyway, I thought he was great. He's been sitting around, not getting a lot of attention lately. So I thought I'd bring him back out. I think he has generated some interest when people look at him. The other thing I think is important is I noticed when I was doing all of my original kind of drawings, a lot of these cartoon heads, they all looked like me. And I thought, oh my God, everything I'm drawing is like autobiographical. I don't want to do that. So I said, I'm going to start painting people who don't look like me. And so I branched out and started to create different kinds of people. I would love to have his hair, but other than that, the problem is that as soon as I painted him, I think was it you, Bogdan, said that he looked like. I thought he looked like Rod Stewart.
But with
or maybe
Barry Manilow, like Rod Stewart, yes. With a French.
Anyway, I think he's charming, and I just wanted to share him with you guys again because you haven't seen him in a while.
Now we still have time to show you something. You know, I just brought that piece so that you can understand the size of it.
And turn it sideways again so we can see that the relief, because it really is 3D. Stunning.
I think it's great.
Yeah, it's breathtaking. And we just had a meeting yesterday. It looks like Bogdan's work is going to be exhibited further in Mexico, through PRPGMX, the gallery that we've worked with before in the past. They're going to take his work and move it around, hopefully. And he has also been honored and is a juror for their photographic exhibition coming up in the spring. I'm not sure when that starts, or is it summer? Whatever it is. You're doing the jurying now. That's quite an honor to be.
Yeah, I had, let's see, there were about 30 per page, or about 120 pictures I had to go through and match my favorite with the theme they chose for this exhibition. It's going to be only a photography show. Mm-hmm. It was an interesting. This was my very first experience, and how things happen, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, you ask for when an exhibitor is having an open call, they usually have a theme in their mind, and they are very specific, and it's just funny to see how many people interpret that theme the way they want it. And it's like,
absolutely, yeah.
It's like, but I have to, they were all, I think they're 99% great pictures. However, I had to limit myself to only 10, which is very sad that this is what it is.
It's a curating process. And I think it's funny that you're a juror and I have jury duty. So, I mean, we're running these parallel lives. Let's see, I have to call the right to see if I get called.
I hope.
And the other thing I was going to say is that we have several other calls that we're applying to. We've got the Visual Arts Alliance, VAA. They have a jury show, 2 jury shows. One is for open call for members, and others is an invitational. And then we have the Lawndale show, the big show, I think it's called, coming up. So there's lots and lots of things we're cranking out right now. So it should be an exciting spring.
Frank just said that he loves Tashi.
Ah, lovely. Well, Tashi thinks highly of you too, Frank.
And what else I wanted to add? I just applied for another show in the Photo Fest in Santa Fe. We'll see where it goes.
You've got Photo Fest coming up.
Unlike other open calls, they are not interested in one picture to match a theme. They were actually interested in a body of work, which means up to 12 pictures. So I submitted that, and fingers crossed.
And we have the big Photo Fest that it happens every other year here in Houston. It's the largest photographic festival in the world. And you'll be doing portfolio review with your work here. And there's all kinds of things going on. So if you're not familiar with Photo Fest, look them up. If you're in Houston, you should come. There's lots and lots going on, and it's a big deal in the photography world.
But saying that, this is what we have to share with you for today, and hope you have a great rest of the week, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks so much. Have a great week, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.